When businesses start creating content, a lot of times they will produce what we like to call one-off videos. And while one-off videos look fantastic, they aren't always the most productive. Usually what happens is you'll make the video, you will post it on social media, people will comment and they'll say, "Man, this looks great," or "Oh, love this video." And then nothing happens, nothing changes. At the Creative Treatment, we have made hundreds of these pieces of content over the years, from documentaries to social media videos to brand pieces, and the pattern is always exactly the same. The video is not bad, the video actually looks fantastic, but there's no strategy behind the video. By the end of this video, you're going to know why one-off videos don't really move the needle and what needs to exist so they can drive results. So here's what we're going to break down. First off, why one-off videos feel like progress, what one-off videos are actually missing structurally, and how to turn any video into part of a system. So let's start at the top. Why do one-off videos feel like progress? Well, a lot of times when you're doing a one-off video, and for an example for this video, I'm just going to talk about a mini documentary, okay? Let's say we want to do a mini documentary for a car company and they want to focus on one of their employees. If you go into this one-off video and think, man, this is going to change a lot, this is going to give us a lot of progress. It might feel like progress when you're going through the pre-production process and there's a lot of scripting and there's a lot of phone calls back and forth. And then you get to production and you're shooting it and the visuals look beautiful and you have these big filmmaking setups. Everyone on set is having a good time, which nothing wrong with that. And then you get to post-production, we edit the video, there's revisions back and forth, there's 3 or 4 people involved, we're sending changes, we're making those changes to make the video even better. And then you have this polished 5-minute documentary that probably took you a month and a half to create. And you're like, wow, we just did all of this work. This was fantastic. This is so much progress we made creating this video. And then nothing happens, okay? You get some comments, people are like, wow, this looks great. The documentary is on Cindy. People say, wow, Cindy looks so good in this. I didn't know anything about Cindy. And then nothing, right? Now, this isn't always bad. I should preface this that these pieces of content are needed, but they need to work inside of a video system, not just a one-off piece that you throw into the ether and hope it changes your whole entire business. The biggest problem with these one-off videos is they don't have a destination. They just live in the internet with no real intent, right? People come to us and they say, hey, we need this video. And then once we start prying and poking a little bit, asking them what they need the video for, they don't really have an answer. They just think they need the video or they think they want this video, but there's no real strategy behind once you have that video ready and published. By the way, this is the exact problem that we help service-based businesses fix because we see it so often. So if you have some one-off videos that you're wondering how you can flip into a strategy, there is a link in the description where you can book a call with us and we can hop on a no-pressure call and just talk about how we can implement these one-off videos into frameworks. So that's in the description if you want to see that. So what does that mean that they are missing structurally? So what they're missing structurally is a place to send them next. If someone loves your video and they watch this documentary on Cindy and they're like, wow, this is so awesome. Then they go to your page and you have nothing structurally to get them to the next thing, then that's where the issue lies. Let's say it's on Instagram. They watch this 5-minute documentary on Cindy. They say, oh, what's this page all about? They go to the page and there's no link in your bio to send them to a landing page. There's no pinned posts so they can learn more about you guys or what your process is like. And they just land on this page and it's just a hodgepodge of different content. Well, yeah, they might click around and scroll for a little bit, but they don't know what to do next. As much as you'd like to believe people are intuitive enough to take their own action, people are a lot dumber than we think, and we need to tell them exactly what to do, word for word. After this video, go to our bio, link in the bio to book a call with us, or link in a bio to see our brand new product we're selling, whatever that might be. So that's structural problem number 1. Structural problem number 2 is that they focus too much on these one-off videos that you have a bunch of great content, but none of it works together. So how can we fix this? How can we take one-off video and actually add it to a video system that drives results? The first step, whenever you're creating any piece of content, big or small, is think about where does this fit in our process? At the end of the day, the goal for most businesses is to make money. Where does this piece of content fit in our goal of making money? So strategy-wise, you have a 5-minute documentary. that documentary is fantastic, but let's have a call to action in the text or at the end of the video and give them more. Everyone always wants more, especially if someone's going to love this video, give them more. So we create this documentary, we push them to the next place, which is the landing page. People love the documentary, they go to the landing page, and on the landing page is another 15-minute video talking about the creation of the documentary and your guys' process and what your goals are. This is just a disguised middle of funnel piece of content. You're building trust with the audience. If you start talking about your process and your mission and your values and why you created this documentary, people start to trust you more. Now you could stop there, or you could keep them going through the decision-making process. At the end of that 15-minute video, you could send them to some bottom of the funnel content where they watch a video sales letter or they see your new product or whatever it might be. So rather than this top of funnel documentary going out into the ether and saying, okay, well, we have this video now, hopefully people like it, you're actually guiding them through the process of what your goal is. And that's the other big thing, is that at the beginning of each of these projects, you need to decide, sit down and think, what is our goal? What do we want to happen with this specific piece of content? And then you can tailor the messaging in the video and tailor the copy and the descriptions around that action. One thing I always like to say is that a good video without a funnel is just really expensive content and really expensive entertainment. And that's, at the end of the day, not what we want to do. So to recap, what did we cover in this video? One, we talked about why one-off videos feel like progress. You're doing all this work, it feels like you're doing a lot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really drive results. Then we talked about how we can fix this structurally. What are we missing? At the very beginning of every single project, talk to yourself about, where does this fit in our funnel? Top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. How can we get all three of those moving in this project to guide the buyer through the decision-making process? And then finally, how we can fit videos into any system. And again, that's the same narrative here. Just make sure you're thinking at the very beginning, how can we turn this into a strategy rather than a one-off video that maybe gets some thumbs up on Facebook, but other than that, doesn't really do much. So again, this is the exact problem we help service-based businesses fix. If that has some interest to you and you want to see how we can help you with that, there is a link in the description. You can click that there. But we'll see you guys in the next video.